Hey, beautiful people. Hola, mi gente. What's up? Que bola? Bitch is back. We're going to be doing a card of the day, a focus of intention for the next 24 to 96 hours as directed by Spirit, Universe, or whatever higher power you call upon. My job is to not push a belief system onto you. My job is to teach you how to believe in yourself. You connect whatever you want because that's none of my fucking business. If you don't know who I am, my name is Vida Valdez. Some people call me Mama Vida. Some people call me Madrina. Some people call me Mom. Some people call me Babe, my husband. And some people call me Ma, which is my mother. But again, I am a spiritual advisor, an ordained minister, a certified clinical hypnotherapist. I am a certified spiritual and shamanic life and soul coach. I have so many certifications. I've been initiated in specific traditions as well, in ATR, also indigenous and European practices as well. And I always tell people what people think of me is none of my fucking business. And literally my shirt for today is, and there it goes, my last flying fuck. And we got bats going on because, you know, we love some animals. Animals are nature's angels. Now, the card of the day is a focus of intention for the next 24 to 96 hours. As I mentioned before, this is not a reading. A reading is an intimate discussion between you and a spiritual advisor of your choice, hopefully led by your intuition. As I always say, your intuition is your superpower. Everyone's born with intuition and empathy. Everyone's an empath. So when you label yourself, I'm an empath, we all are. I'm intuitive, we all are. It's just certain people do not follow their intuition and empathy, as you can see the state of the fucking world, because it's a shit show. Now, so I've been doing this for over 35 plus years. I started doing this work as a spiritualist under the guidance and tutelage of my grandmother on my mother's side. She did this work. She did reading. She did cleansing. She helped people locally, just her intimate family and friends in Cuba. She never pursued it in the United States. But I picked up what was already given to me. I thought everyone had these abilities, but not everyone can speak to spirits or things that are no longer seen by the human five senses. So there's that. Now, again, I do specialize in stress, trauma, worry, fear, and shadow work. Again, I do believe that loving yourself is the most powerful thing that you can do, because love is the most powerful energy in the universe, and that has actually been scientifically proven as well. Our heart literally can expand more energy than our brain does, and that's been proven. And I think it's great. And I've been doing this work for such a long time, and my motto is pray, meditate, the 1-2 combo, bob and weave, bob and weave. For those of you, I have a lot of new followers on multiple social media platforms, so thank you for being here. Thank you for fucking with me. And I'm not for everyone, and everyone's not for me. And if this shit doesn't apply, let this shit motherfucking fly, because like I said, I'm not for everyone, everyone's not for me. Get it? Got it? Good. Now, the card of the day is going to be coming from the Self-Care Oracle deck, because we are in the midst of September shedding season. We just started on September 1st. That it's a trademark, copyrighted, and registered quote that I've made. If you didn't know, my company, the Almighty Pineapple LLC, is trademark, copyrighted, and registered with 3 different classifications with the United States Trademark and Patents Office. Any duplication of my content without my permission is subject to legal recourse as guided by my legal team. And I am trademarked with religious retreats, marriages, weddings, blessings. I am trademarked. So again, September shedding season is trademark, copyrighted, and registered, but it is literally the season from September 1st to December 31st that things fall away, just like the season of the fall, just like the leaves fall off the trees, the crops stop growing, and vegetables stop growing. We start to harvest to get ready for winter. Fall is September, October, November, December. Until the end of December 21st starts winter. Even though we may feel cold and see snow and rain and all these kind of things, but we are definitely still in the fall season, about letting things go for the last prior 8 months. If you're on Instagram, I had a live that I did last week. That live is still available on my profile. You can watch it. It's about an hour and a half long, and I talk everything about September shedding season. It could be relationships, it could be mindsets, it could be the way you see yourself, it could be jobs, it could be toxic family members, it could be you. Sometimes you the one standing in your own way. You want to change. You want all these changes and all these new things to come in your life, but you're still doing the same shit, different day, and expecting a different result. That's not going to work. All right, so today we're going to be doing the card of the day from the Self-Care Oracle deck. I think that's fitting for September shedding season. This deck comes with a mantra or affirmation, as well as a journal prompt, and I'll be sharing that as well. So get your notebooks and pens or screen record and, you know, watch it back, play it back a couple times so you can get exactly what it is that you need. So what do we need for the card of the day, September 4th, 2024? What do we need for the card of the day, September 4th? Hello. We had a couple cards. We had a couple cards that fell out, but this was the only one that flipped. And this card says, make a meal. Hello. When's the last time y'all actually had a nourishing meal? I'm not saying that y'all don't, but when's the last time? You'll see what I'm saying in a minute. Make a meal. All right, so the affirmation or the mantra is, I am nourished by food infused with love. Because again, what you put inside your body, not just food and water, like emotions attached to specific meals, makes you feel completely different than what you used to feel. Like, I know if I eat a specific meal that reminds me of my grandmother, I feel so much more connected to my ancestors. Because again, I'm an Ancestral Rituals Practitioner first and foremost. I literally do witchcraft and what people call brujeria every fucking day. Like, in my house, on me, on my husband, on my children, all the time. So again, even food is intentional. Even, you know, what they call a kitchen witch or a green witch. We use herbs. We use things from the earth to infuse our meals or season our meals or make them more palatable, whatever the case is. So when made with love and intention, food has the power to nourish us beyond a physical level. Confirmation, that is literally the first line right here. You can pause the video here and see that first sentence. So it says, when made with love and intention, food has the power to nourish us beyond a physical level. Perhaps, you know, prepare yourself a beautiful meal that's healthy and delicious. Perhaps a favorite... Are they listening to me? Perhaps a favorite from childhood or a dish with seasonal ingredients bought from a market or shop offering organic and local produce. I also feel the more organic and the more local you can go, the better. I understand everyone has a different price point and a different financial aspect, so I understand that could be difficult, but try your best because things more locally sourced allows us more to be sustainable for ourselves. So remain mindful and present throughout the entire process, consciously infusing love and gratitude into the food that you make, as thanking Mother Earth. Thank you, Mama Earth. Thank you, Mama. Thank you, Gaia. Thank you for what you've given us, because everything that we have, from electronics to jewels to metals to cars to phones to buildings, is all given to us by Mother Earth, including food. So eat it with the same level of presence and appreciation. Whether you are hosting a grand feast with loved ones, or a weeknight dinner for one, or a simple dish with the most complex cuisine, take great pride in knowing that your two hands created it. So the journal prompt is, what is your favorite meal from childhood? How can you recreate this meal for yourself and make it equally meaningful and tasty? I'm going to say the journal prompt again. What is your favorite meal from childhood? How can you recreate this meal for yourself and make it equally meaningful and tasty? I love this because, again, I literally just talked about my grandmother, and one of my favorite meals, I've never found anyone in the world who's able to replicate this meal. We call it con gris, and which is these black rice with black beans. Not everyone knows how to make it. It's not like my Cuban grandmother. She was a genius when it came to the kitchen. She was a kitchen witch. When we were sick, when we didn't feel good, I know some of you guys are going to recognize this term. She'd make us some caldo, which basically is like the broth of whatever stew she was making. And I don't know what kind of animal. My grandmother, I don't eat meat anymore, and I don't eat dairy. I am plant-based. But my grandmother would be doing, you know, con pollo, gallina. Like, I don't know what my grandparents had in their freezer, but whatever she'd make, she'd get the broth of that. She would throw vegetables. She would throw potatoes. She would throw some type of meat in there. And she would just sit there and let that shit simmer for at least 2 or 3 hours, especially the ones that she makes with the big old school pot with the little steamer thing on top. That made the hella noise. I'm like, what the fuck? That pressure cooker? That's what we call pressure cooker, right? I call it the little thingy on top. And when we would drink that, I'm telling you, we'd have fevers, we'd be coughing. The minute we had like 2 or 3 cups, it was just cups of caldo. Sometimes if you're older, you get a bowl. The next morning, whatever she did, she knocked that shit out of our bodies. So the fact that we have plants and medicines on earth that can cure something within 24 hours. When people tell me like, oh, it's a virus, you have to let it pass through. My grandmother healed shit like that on the regular, so I don't know what you're talking about. That's the kind of magic I'm looking for right there with Mother Earth. So take care of yourself. Create a nourishing meal. What was your favorite meal from childhood? Let me know below. I would love to hear about that. And again, if you'd like to work with me, I'd love to have you. But as always, please follow your intuition working with any spiritual advisor. Even that means you do not work with me. It's nice to meet all my new followers. Again, my name is Vida, aka Mama Vida, or Madrina for some. Or like I said, different labels. But I thank you all so much for being here. And thank you for fucking with me. And have a great day.